going on, everybody? My name is Marcus Rosser. I'm here on the Game Heads podcast. We're located at the Rosser Industry Gallery in New Orleans, Louisiana. And shoot, I'm here.
At first they was blind, I think they finally see. I do not care what they talking, it does not bother me. I much rather get my dollars, roll up a lot of exhale all my problems, inhale what I'm supposed to keep. I know they watching, so I'm plotting. Ain't stopping, switch the topic. Y'all looking like some coppers, make me hit you with this.
Tell me where you from, dog.
So I was born in Culinary, Iceland, military family, but been around the world for a little bit. Moved to the United States, elementary school, Maine, and came to New Orleans about 10 years ago, and been here most of my life now. Moved here about 22.
So you was in military school, moving around.
Yeah. I probably went to a normal school. I think it wasn't Maine. I think it was called like Longfellow. That's a long time ago.
Right.
That was long. And then by the time I left Maine, Virginia, I think that's like the first time I ever even saw like an actual black person outside of my own family, right? That was that was a shock in general. And that school I went to was called Frank W. Cox. That was the name of that school. Yeah. So that was interesting. Yeah, it was a good, interesting.
Did you attend any schools down here?
None at all. No, I moved here at 22. I've been working ever since, man. Went from starting my life over from like living in a car to like roaming around to getting the first crib to finally paying things down to buying stuff. How it is. Working up, starting over.
So you got a dope story then.
Done a lot. Been through a lot. Yeah. I don't know people talk about they living a couple lives, man. I've done like 6, 7 lives. I've been through a lot.
Dope. How long you been into art?
Shoot, man. Initially, I probably got that inspiration just digging into seeing good hand-drawn art and just cartoonists, right? So it's probably back looking at old school Spawn comics, like the original animated series, stuff like that. Maybe 80s, 90s anime, like Akira, Fist of the North Star, watching stuff like that back in the day. It's probably got my first ideas, like with art, my idea, right? So clearly I grew up digital guy in tech. So clearly I'm always in animations, right? So that was my idea of like what art was. And that kind of just grew into animation developed over time. CGI, all this 2D, 3D, 4D cinema stuff. And then I guess I never really stopped, man, as a gamer as well. Quality increased. We came up with Game Boys, or probably NES maybe. I know
For sure.
For me,
I'm farther than that.
Yeah, so I think my first original console, like for me as a kid by myself, was a Dreamcast.
Gotcha.
Right?
Dope.
So coming from that, going from Dreamcast to Xbox,
right?
And then I've been Xbox my entire life since then.
Dope.
And of course, went to PC a little bit, but yeah. So from there, seeing that graphical change. It was like, well, we only buy good AAA games because of what it looks like, that storytelling. So it's like, all right, yeah. Clearly, I kept going, and that translated into real art. Because my closest friends, since I've been in the city, they're artists, man. My boy Kaza, who hands down my best dude, who does all the work in the house and works over here on the French Quarter every weekend. Like that boy is my dude, right? So we always been like how we could support each other. I was a big tech guy. He does artist stuff. I was like, cool. How can we combine and make money together? And that's what I got to figure out his craft and learn it. Went to his friend shows on West Wego. Just really appreciated it and just did our thing.
Dope. What's your favorite anime?
That's a hard question, man.
Okay.
But I will say, like you can do break it down the eras, right? So we can like talk through. You're talking about originals. Like we had to give it to like Akira, Berserk, Claymore. I'm into like this cool violent score stuff, kind of more adulty. So I'll do that. If we're talking like more modern day, 2000s, a little low key, probably things like Terraformers, Air Gear, really good moral story. And we're talking like current, like everybody kind of knows. I'm a One Piece guy. I've been watching One Piece every Sunday since 4Kids TV, and as a grown man, it's probably 32. Right. I still watch One Piece every Sunday.
Right. Dope. I only ask. My kids been trying to get me on it for a second, and I watched the one. I don't want to say his name wrong. Naruto.
Oh, you want Naruto?
Yeah. I watched the first episode and it made me cry, and I stopped watching it. It was
that. Keep telling me you like the sexual dude told me that yesterday.
No, because it was something I kind of resonated with it personally, and it made me cry. But it's dope though.
The father-son relationships usually get me.
It's dope.
Yeah, they get me.
I ain't gonna lie, it's dope. Like I really gotta get more into it. Like I do.
I like it because the stories people talk about anime just something you're looking at. It's like, well, y'all understanding. It's just like another medium people use to tell stories and tell morals. It's nothing different from a poem, a book, and it's like there's no difference, man. Anime is just a nicer way to view it. And if you're doing subtitles, you still get. I'm a subtitle man. So I'm reading. You know what I mean? So you're still absorbing that information.
Thanks. I'm definitely gonna start getting into it. I've been procrastinating. Congratulations on your art gallery, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Like, this dope. I ain't gonna lie. When I first walked in here, I was like, and I'm gonna make sure I get some views of the, shots of it so the people can see it.
Definitely appreciate it.
It's dope in here. Like, I ain't gonna lie. As soon as I walked in here, I was like, damn.
We fine. We try to do our thing, keep it a little gem out here. Like I said, we're in the seventh floor, right? You know, we're in our eighth floor.
Eight. Well, for
Eighth
sure.
floor for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Someone told me I'm an odd tree, so they told me it's the eighth floor. I'm learning.
For sure.
So it's like we out here. Like, so we open every Saturday, 12 to 4 at the community, and we do private events here and there for people.
Right.
So we're open. Just hit us up. Our contact information is all out there. So we do the financial literacy, we do the tech literacy, VR experiences, AR, and we're trying to make sure we're bringing new tech that people just either thought like, oh, it's not here yet, or it's like, nah, it's too expensive. It's like, nah, it's not even that. It's like you can really come through, check it out, bring the kids, like have a good time for a little bit, and exchange business, maybe meet some people that do other things you might need help you out with. Like, it's cool to have a little bit of incubator here and a little outside networking. It's dope. It's really cool, and people have been digging it, man. It actually has been going pretty dope.
Right.
So it's like people have been coming back. We have our own little community. People hit us up every now and then, like. People hit us up at other events, like people show love, and that's been cool. Especially for a dude who's not from here, like I said, not going to a local school, all these things. It's like the fact that people really be like, you know what, like that dude, like he's doing his thing, so it's been cool.
Right.
Real cool.
Yeah, that's dope. I ain't gonna lie, good dope sell itself. This a dope environment. I'm definitely gonna be messing with you, and I'm gonna have the information come across the screen too. Let's talk about some of the artists that you work with.
All right, so we do focus specifically on local artists. Of course, we're bi-color people, right? So generally my focus is the bridge that wealth gap. So Kaiser Silva, my boy, street artist, 15 years plus. That's going on 20 now. He's a grown man.
Right.
Dude, we support him. He's got 3 kids, right? He does things on the French Quarter, so it's like we need to figure out a way to get that awareness out there. He does things in West Wego as well, but it's like we really needed a spot where we could like curate, right, and keep it intimate. So when I got the crib, and he was like, Marcus, he was like, let me pitch you this, and he was like, I got all his art. It's just stored up. It's like, there's no point. It's not even being shown. It's like, if it's even just being stored in your crib, at least we know we get some foot traffic. At least in the storage, though, it's not getting nothing.
Right.
So it was just like, all right, bro, let's figure it out. My boy Tony, another gentleman I work with, I shouldn't have said it. I don't say Tony. Artist name is Adoa, and goes by Adoa. I shouldn't have said the real, but cool dude. He's a sculptor guy, right?
Okay.
He actually is my neighbor. He's like good, cool dude. We got together because we trade together during the week and stuff. So crypto trading, a little bit of options, spreads, like we do the stock market, project each other, bounce off ideas, stuff like that.
Right.
So once he was showing me his art stuff, I was like, hey, bro, I was like, we could team up. It's my boy Kaiser. They linked up. Of course, when artists dig each other, they dig each other's work. They're like, hey, we got to collab, we got to do this. Their brains were just popping off, right?
Right.
At that point, it was a story. It was a rap. It was like, all right, guys, what are we going to do? How we figure this business model? How we going to do these shows? How we going to get this marketing done, et cetera, et cetera. And it's really figuring out people's lanes. Tony's more the instructional side. Kaiser, he's a great showman, bro. He can host, throw an event, get it popping, engaging, and like handle the back end tech, the business side, all that good other stuff.
Dope. Dope. I also see you into gaming. What games you into? But what console? Let's start on the console. What console you into?
Right now, I'm digging that Steam Deck. I don't know if you
Okay.
with that.
I've heard of it, but
it's cool because I know you can do PC AAA gaming, but the fact that you do AAA gaming in your hand, bro. Like, you walk around, my goal. This is what got
on your phone?
No, it's like on a handheld. Like imagine you seen the Nintendo Switch Lite, right? So just imagine a device a little bit bigger that can play like Hogwarts Legacy, your newest AAA title game, but in your hand.
Wow,
it's legitimate, bro. And you can walk around. So it's like when I saw that, I was like, oh, so I can game on a toilet now because I work on a computer like maybe 10, 12 hours a day, right?
Right.
So I'm not trying to spend another 8 hours on a video game or even 2 hours in front of a PC anymore on a video game. So it's like, hey, I wanted to game, but I didn't have a way to game that didn't keep me in a working mind frame, right? I can't relax. I'm still in a working zone.
Right.
So I needed something to take me away from that. So the fact that now that I can game on my couch, on the toilet, go to a bar and get a whiskey and a Coke and just be like, all right, see a woman, be like, all right, pause the game real fast, try to approach.
So you do that? Wait, you do that?
Yeah, bro.
That's fucking dope. That's fucking dope. We gonna have to
What
kick
do you
it.
think this is?
We gonna have to kick it.
I'm not saying nothing, bro.
We gonna have to kick it. And I definitely get a Steam Deck because I've seen them before. I didn't know it was that dope though.
It's got a docking station. You can do LAN parties with it. I wish we had local gaming LAN parties. I would host it once a month. Right. Just have everybody come through, have set up monitors and just game, bro.
That'd be a good idea to run by Kimmy.
Dude, we mess with Kimmy. Yeah. That's right though, because we should do. Yeah, she should do a LAN party. Dude, because we can roll up and Steam Deck minimum is like $3.99, so we'll get a couple grand.
Kimmy.
Give them out, man. So that'd be cool.
Kimmy.
Yeah, we should hit up Kev. Yeah, we
Shout
got
out
IGL.
Kimmy.
We got shout out IGL over there. Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
That's a dope idea. We gonna run that. We gonna run that.
Text her real fast. Yeah.
We gonna definitely run that one.
Yeah.
What games do you play like?
So as we gotten older, right? So my time, I'm more of an intellectual part, more logical guy. So I'm doing those RPGs, right? Those forexes, those time management, resource management. So I'm really into those RTSs, stuff like that. Real time RTS has been really popular.
Right.
So that's been digging, and of course, like my JRPGs every now and then, like the storytelling. I've been to some ARPGs. I've been getting into like the Soulbound games. I know recently I've been checking out. I just got done with Hades. I know it's old, but that thing is dope. Hades was a great game. Don't sleep on Hades, and it's cheap. So, so you definitely get that game. And then I've been playing. I play a bunch of Warhammer. I don't know if you're familiar with Warhammer 40,000.
Yeah, I do.
Dude, I am a Warhammer geek. Like if I could get married, I would have a Warhammer fucking theme. Dead serious, bro. I got like 100 audiobooks. Like I have nothing but like Warhammer. Like
wow,
bro, I think I own every Warhammer PC game that ever got released because I grew up playing. Like I'm a big fan. I love me some Warhammer. I fall asleep to Warhammer lore every night on YouTube. Like I love me some Warhammer.
Yeah,
that's my shit.
I see you gonna have me playing some new shit, some shit I probably never even played before. I see you into Web3.
Yeah.
Can we let's talk about that, and can you kind of in your own way explain it to people who might don't know, like myself, who probably don't know too much about it?
Yeah, man. So I do Web3, of course, and we are the roster NFT gallery. Of course, we do physical and digital art, so it makes people understand that the NFT part is just to let people know we experiment with technology. That's all. But to keep it simple, right? NFTs, just to let people know, it does stand for non-fungible token. Not that important to know. To keep it really simple, I think for our culture, why is it important for us, right? What does it need to know? We spend all this time on Web2, Instagram, social media, just period, right? You're just giving out free data, right? You're just doing all this shit, transactions, clicking on cookies, buying things, chatting up. But we all understand that information is tracked, sold out, right? You don't own any of it, you don't control any of it, and you can't delete any of it. We don't have the regulations for it there, and they're not fighting for it. Net neutrality died in 2008, 2010, and since then, no one's cared about data storage privacy, no one's cared about data protections, no one cares about monetization practices. So we've lost on Web 2 when it comes to information security on the internet. At least when it comes to Web 3, at least the base on technology is blockchain. It is immutable, it's trustless, and it's based on a ledger. It's decentralized, right? We always tell our community we want to have control an environment that can't be shut down by a government. You can build a decentralized website in 2 minutes, and it can't be shut down by the government.
Wow.
Period.
I never knew that.
On another level of that, it's like we're talking about ownership. Web 2, you don't own anything you post. In Web 3, yes, you are identified by everything you post, but everything you post and create, you own. So imagine now you're a content creator, you're a product manager, a product maker, any type of service. Now anything you make and push in Web 3, it's 100% monetizable and trackable, and no need for a middleman. No need to build in your own secondary markets. No need to build your own marketplaces. Like everything is already there accessible, because most of the things you need to leverage your business and make it a circular economy is there for you, free of access. Honestly, now it is. People don't know how to access it, to tell you the truth, don't know how to use it appropriately, and we're missing the steps to basically make sure we're secure when we're interacting with these apps as well. So we need an education for real. We do need education, which we're working on that. We're building these programs, we're pushing them, trying to get people more intended to it. But keep it simple with Web3, we have the ability to control our content. We have the ability to control what we read. We can publish anything we want. Like the ability, think about it. I feel like people complain about even in college, like, I can't post this on Reddit or blah, blah, blah. It's like, all right, cool. Don't use that, bro. Go to your own decentralized place and post what you want with your own friends and don't have to worry about blah, blah, blah. You can even dictate, if you really want it, who can see it and who's even allowed it if you really want it to be like that. But it's like, yeah, you have full control, at least in Web3, And I like that. Yeah, I do like that. And on the financial side, the fact that you have full financial control for your own financial freedom or future, that's important. I think that's important, especially as you're black men and women in the world. So
you definitely just broke it all the way down for me just now. I kind of knew some of it, but the way you just explained it is really freedom. Like,
yeah, it is.
We should be on it. We should definitely be ahead of the curve because, yeah, for sure. I also see you into stocks and, of course, NFTs. Let's talk a little bit about that too.
So stocks part, man, got into that. I wish I got into it sooner. That was maybe 4 years ago. I mean, I had a Robinhood account since like 2011, but I didn't take it seriously. And so maybe I got my first engineer job. So that was, that had to been like 7 years ago. Man,
Time flying.
Yeah, man, you can get older. Yeah, so I was 24, 25, I was going hard. Yeah, 'cause I was still doing Tesla at $30 back then. So what really got me into that? Compounded interest, man. Compounded interest, learning what that meant, really, the rule of 72. Just going broke the first time. That was a lesson, man. 17,
Mhm.
19, unemployed for the first time. I was unemployed for like a year and a half, man. And it was just like rough. I was living outside my means, didn't have that financial intelligence. Like we're talking like bought cars, jewelry, TVs, you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
just grew up corner hood nigga shit, like
Yeah.
just hanging out with the wrong people and just making too much money and just not any education. So I've done it, bro. So people be like, oh, he looks like this, like don't be fooled. Like
Right.
I've been evicted, like I've gotten liens, like
Right.
I've had repossessions multiple times.
You got a journey.
Bro, I'm like,
It's
I've
a
done
journey.
it, bro. Like I've done all this shit, repaired. Like I've been through that shit. So it's like that first time of going broke and really learning, like Googling, like how to not be broke. Like I remember doing that shit, crying in my bed one day, and that shit was wild. The girl next to me was just like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "How the fuck do I not be broke?" Like that was a thing. So like really figuring out the steps, going through like 7 steps of building generational wealth books, multiple streams of income, like learning what that really means. And then like, that was like in my early 19, 20, moving here, 2024, and like finally get that money job and just implementing what I freaking learned at those points when I was 19, being like, all right, so I got the money now, so I'm not wasting it. Like,
Right.
So that's what got me to just like, all right, cool, if I'm gonna make $100 extra, like I gotta put this towards something. So it was like, cool, how do I learn how to invest? Got into dividends, because when I started dividends, it was like, cool, ex-dividend dates, you move your money around, you get paid. I was like, oh, okay, this is not easy. Like, why are people tripping about? Like, this actually isn't hard. It's like, oh, then Robinhood got more popular. They started auto-reoccurring. I was like, okay, so I'm just going to do $25 a paycheck.
Right.
And people, I remember I told my people my job at one time, and I was, I'm a young dude. People were like, oh, I'm doing $25 a paycheck, I'm investing. And they would laugh at me,
Like,
blah,
ain't
blah,
nothing.
blah. And bro, I'm just like, you look at me now, and it's like, man, you really like, you moved
Dividends,
up
where is
quickly.
that?
Like, man, you moved up. I'm like, yeah, I moved up. Like, I don't think y'all understood. Like, it's small in the beginning, but it starts, it grows. It's about consistency. It's not even about how much money. It's just consistency. If you can do 20, I remember I think I was doing like $5, $8 a month or something like that. Like, just really just starting out.
But that's something.
It's something, bro. Y'all don't understand. Just keep doing it, bro. 3, 4 years later on, you're gonna be like, damn, I got 11, 6, 8, 9, whatever. You're gonna be feeling happy, and then you're gonna learn like, all right, I got a good base. Now you're gonna start diversifying. Now you go from dividends, maybe some ETFs, some index funds, some REITs. Again, all safe, nothing crazy, not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor, but I'm saying those are safe places. Even in the hard times we're in right now, they'll still give you on an index 4% return. Be real true, and be very transparent. If you got a mortgage instead of investing, pay on your mortgage, because you can get a guaranteed 7% paying down your principal if you haven't already done it.
Right.
And you just get more as well if our economy gets any better, which it probably won't by 2005 or 2006.
Okay. Yeah, it's still
Not financial advice.
it's still inflating.
Yeah, so like that's what really got me into it, man. Going broke and just learning like, all right, how the fuck do I not be broke? Like, when this shit ever happen again?
I think the dope thing about your story is that I'm seeing is that you you went through the trials and tribulations like we all do, but you persevered by going within yourself. You challenged yourself, and you found the resources and the way to get up out your situation. A lot of people don't do that. They like to blame and point fingers instead of using self accountability first. And
Yeah, I guess that's how I was raised in the military. But like, my family was very stern, so that wasn't an option.
right,
Yeah.
gotcha. Since you've been here, what's like one of your favorite spots to eat?
I be cooking, bro.
Dope.
But if we don't eat,
Dope.
like that's like really date stuff, right? Like, to tell you the truth, I don't know. My favorite spot is Kochan, at the meat spot, the butchery. What club is it near? Metro.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I think it's on that same street.
I don't be down here like that no more, so I don't even.
You get I like the whiskey flights. I like drinking. So
Okay,
you get the
yeah.
Flights, and I get the red fish sometimes. It's cool.
Red fish.
And I think they also have like a crawfish mac and cheese. I just like Kochan. That's good. It's my favorite.
So you like to cook?
I be cooking.
That's
bro.
dope.
I can do the meal
That's
prep
dope.
thing. If I gotta do something
Health
special,
is wealth, man.
Facts, bro. I do my grains. I got my greens. I give me protein. I be chilling. Got my
Health
morning
is wealth.
vitamins. Yeah, I'm a water and whiskey man only. Like,
I'm
it was
fucking with
some
it.
people like water and whiskey. What? I'm like, hey, at least
Hey,
I'm doing, that's
you gotta
it,
have balance.
Yeah,
You gotta have a balance. Anything else you want to promote?
Shoot, I mean, honestly, I just want to say thank you for honestly putting me on the podcast, showing up. As far as people who support the gallery out here, Ross Entry Gallery, that's like John Williams with Level Water. I'm gonna shout maybe Also out of New Orleans out there, and my boy Mark T with his business, DACA, and all of them. And shoot, man, I guess all the friends and family that are gonna be watching us hopefully one day. I appreciate it, and we're still going, so yeah, keep a lookout.
Believe that. Dope, man. I really appreciate you sitting down with me, bro. We got it out the way. Man, you looking good on the camera, sounding good.
Yeah,
It's a dope one. I really enjoyed this one. I'm definitely gonna be hitting you up about some of this stuff we discussed too, because the dividends.
Dividends are real,
Yeah, I've been trying to. But yeah, man, appreciate it. Thank y'all for watching, man. You did. You know, I got some more episodes coming for y'all. I ain't really about to promote nothing right now, but y'all know how I rock. You heard me on my game head shit.
For being a statistic, I'm telling you I'm not, bro. My motor loud growling. You do not want to live this lifestyle. You do not know the outcome. It could leave you with bags and it could leave you without some. I do not give a fuck who you know or who you vouch for. You need to get out more. I'm living like an outlaw. Taught myself how to scrap. When I do, I'm going southpaw. Y'all niggas are not cool. New Orleans and I got more reality. 5-4.